Morning. Already we have seen the haloalkanes haloarenes lesson completely. You have to go through the videos again and again. When you master the lesson, then you will be able to do the questions that are given in the textbook. For that, in this video, I am going to give the tips how to approach the questions in haloalkanes and haloarenes. What are the types of questions will be asked in the exam? First type of question will be 1 mark question to identify which one will be faster in showing SN1 and SN2 reaction. For that, we are going to see the questions. See, SN1 faster identify. They are given two set of compounds will be given. This compound and this compound. First you have to identify the name of the compound and you have to identify which one is primary, secondary, tertiary. You see this carbon which is attached both the side with the carbon atoms and one side with the Cl. That means valency of carbon will be satisfied if you put one hydrogen. So CHCl means this compound is secondary. See this carbon which is attached with Cl, it will be attached to only one carbon atom. That means the remaining valency of the carbon is attached to, here it is attached to another carbon. So it is CH2Cl. So it is primary. You know, according to SN1, the order of preference is tertiary, secondary and primary. So this is secondary, this is primary. So which will undergo SN1 faster? This compound which is secondary will undergo SN1 faster. Now let us see these two compounds. See this carbon which is attached with the Cl, which is in turn attached with the three other carbon atoms, one side with the Cl. So the 4 valency of carbon is satisfied. So it belongs to which category? Tertiary. CCl means it is tertiary. See this carbon, two side it is attached with two carbon atoms, two chains, the one side with the Cl. So what is the remaining valency of carbon? Only one, that I have satisfied with the hydrogen. So CHCl means it belongs to which category? Secondary. Tertiary, secondary. Which will undergo SN1 faster? Tertiary will undergo SN1 faster. See these two compounds. This C, it is attached with a two side chain, one side with the Cl. So it is what degree it belongs to? CHCl means it is secondary. End Cl means definitely it will be primary. Secondary, primary, which will undergo SN1 faster, secondary will undergo SN1 faster. So you have to identify whether it is primary, secondary, tertiary, and then you have to follow what order it will follow. Tertiary will be more faster than secondary, than primary. You know it is due to the formation of carbocation. Tertiary carbocations are more stable than secondary, than primary due to hyperconjugation, which is you have to recall from your 11th class syllabus. Now let us go to this SN2. Now we are having bromomethane, iodomethane. Now they have changed the halogen but same primary carbon atom. You know which is the best leaving group. The best leaving group is, here I have given the hint. The best leaving group is iodine. Iodide, then bromide, then chloride. So out of these two, which is the best leaving group? Iodide is the best leaving group. So that will undergo SN2 faster. Now see these two compounds. CH3 thrice CCl. CCl means, I already told you, CCl means it is tertiary. CH3Cl it is primary. So out of the SN2, out of the tertiary and primary, which will undergo faster? SN2. SN2 means primary because it has less steric hindrance. Now see these two compounds. Here the chlorine is attached to C, which in turn attached to one carbon this side and two hydrogen. CH2Cl means it is primary. Now see this cycloalkane. It is not benzene. It is cycloalkane. Here this carbon is attached to directly with the Cl. These two side with another carbon atom. So it will be CHCl. Here CH2Cl. Here CHCl. CHCl means already I told it will be secondary. So primary and secondary compound. Out of these two compound, which will undergo faster? SN2. SN2 means primary. So you have to remember these orders. SN1 and SN2 order. SN1 follows due to carbocation formation. SN2 follows due to steric hindrance. Now, second type of question, they may give compound and ask you to write IUPAC name, or they may give the name of the compound and they will ask you to write the name of the structure of the compound. Now see this, you are having double bond as well as halogen. To whom we have to give preference? We have to give preference to the double bond only. Now open the chain and you write as a proper form of writing. We have learnt already complete form, condensed form, bond line formula. All these three ways of writing a compound we have learnt. So open this compound and write CH3, which is attached with the CH, double bond, CH. This CH is attached to another carbon, which is attached to C. The valence of carbon you see 1, 2. So remainder it will be H2, CH2Br. Now, if you come from this side, 1, 2, second carbon is attached to the double bond. If you come this side also, it is second carbon is attached to the double bond. So, we have to give preference to double bond only, but bromine is also there. So, if we come to this side, bromine is also getting a lowest number, double bond is also getting the second number only. So, the name of the compound is 1-bromo 2-butene. It is a butene because parent chain is having 4 carbon atoms. So 1-bromo 2-butene. Now let us go to this compound. CH3, we enlarge the compound and write CH3. This carbon is attached. CH. Then again double bond. This carbon which is attached to CH3 branch. Then again it is attached with one carbon. C. Again CH3, it is attached with Br. Now we have to balance the number of hydrogen atom, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, remainder H. Now come from this side, double bond is touched by the second carbon atom. If you come from the longest chain rule, 1, 2, 3, third carbon is touching the double bond. So which one should we give? We have to give the lowest number possible for the double bond. First preference should be given to the double bond. Then only to the halogen. It's a functional group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While you are naming the compound, you have to first name according to the alphabetical order. 4-bromo, 3-methyl, 2-pentene. Why pentene? Because it's having 5 carbon atoms. 4-bromo, 3-methyl, pent-2-ene or 2-pentene. Both are correct. So hope you have understood how to identify SN1, SN2 reaction and IUPAC name. Now we are coming to the next topic. Complete the following. These questions will be followed either by the Marconi-Gibbs rule, anti-Marconi-Gibbs rule, or any substitution reaction or naming reaction. Now let us go to the first example. Here they are given the double bond HBr addition with the peroxide. That follows the anti-Marconi-Gibbs rule. Negative part of the incoming group, that is adenine, will attach to the carbon having more number of hydrogen atom. Yes, very good. But in Marconi-Gibbs rule, if peroxide is not there, means then the negative part of the incoming group will attach to a carbon having less number of hydrogen atom. That is Marconi-Gibbs rule. But here we have given peroxide effect or crash effect. So the Br will attach to this carbon and the H will attach to this carbon. The addition, asymmetric addition will take place. So the product we will get will be CH3, CH2. The Br is attached to this, means hydrogen will attach to this CH2, CH2Br. So the name of the compound is 1-bromobutane. Hope you are clear this anti-Marconi-Gibbs rule. If peroxide is not there, means you have to follow Marconi-Gibbs rule. Now this is called benzene diazonium chloride. When it is warmed with Ki, you know nitrogen will come out. Instead of this Cl, I will attach. So the product you are getting will be iodobenzene plus N2. The K will attach with the Cl and become KCl. Now let us go to simple addition reaction. Bromine is added in presence of carbon tetrachloride, which you have learnt in 11th class itself. So the Br will attach with these two carbon atoms who are connected by double bond. So you will get CH2Br, single bond, CH2Br. Because the bromine will be reddish brown in color, its color decolorizes during this addition reaction. This is a test for unsaturated compounds that also you have learnt in 11th class. Now this is called Darson's process, which we have learnt. It is a best method also we have learnt. While you might have seen in the videos, previous videos, you might have seen. The OH can be easily substituted by Cl, nucleophilic substitution reaction. The Cl will go inside, so you will get a compound chlorocyclohexane plus the oxygen will be taken up by the SO and changes into SO2 plus one hydrogen will take up the another Cl and HCl. This is the best method. Why we have learnt? Both of the products are gases. They will be expelled out and you will get the main product, Darson method, which we have seen in the previous videos. Now again a substitution reaction. This is OH, here it is attached to carbon. Here very much we have to concentrate. This OH is directly attached to the benzene. This OH cannot be substituted by Cl easily because there is a partial double bond here. This OH, it is not attached to the benzene ring. Through carbon only it is attached. This OH and this OH, lot of difference. Here the substitution can take place. Here the substitution cannot take place because the OH is directly attached to benzene ring. So what will be the product you will get? The product will be here CH2Cl, but here the OH will remain the same. So what will happen to this OH with the H? It will be removed as water. Now let us go to the next question. Here you are having an unsaturated compound. I am adding Hi. You have to see the double bond between these two carbon atom. This carbon 1, 2, 3 H is there. This carbon atom 1, 2, 3, 4 valency are satisfied. Negative part of the incoming group will attach to a carbon having less number of hydrogen atom. So the product you will be getting is, here the double bond will disappear. Already CH3 is there, which will be attached to, the same carbon will be attached to I also. 1 iodo, 1 methyl cyclohexane. Next, so like this type of complete the following reactions can come from naming reactions and the substitution reactions, elimination reactions. Conversions, same naming reactions I have turned into conversion. You have to write the reagent here. Chlorobenzene is changing into diphenyl. That is, you might have heard about the Fittig reaction. In Fittig reaction, if you put sodium in presence of dry ether, two molecules, the two NaCl will be removed and you will get diphenyl. Same reaction, Wurtz-Fittig reaction. Bromobenzene, how will you convert it to toluene? When you treat it with CH3Br in presence of sodium, dry ether, what will happen? The sodium will take up this bromine and removed as 2NaBr. Apart from this type of question, there may be one more question like this. What is meso compound? Give an example. What is meso compound? Due to internal compensation. If a compound is having first half of the compound will be, one half of the compound is a mirror image of the other half of the compound, then it is called meso compound. I will give an example. Tartaric acid. If you see the tartaric acid, there are two chiral center carbon is there. COH, OH, both are functional group. See this compound. If you see an imaginary plane, the first half of the compound CH, OH, COH, here also CH, OH, COH. They are looking like, if a imaginary plane is there, means they look like mirror image. One half of the compound is looking like the mirror image of the other half. Such a compound is called meso compound. Due to internal compensation, this compound will be optically inactive. Such compounds are called meso compounds. Hope you have understood all the type of questions that will be asked from haloalkanes and haloarine chapter. Try to do all the questions of the NCERT textbook in text and exercise. Then you can be able to master this lesson. Thank you.